everybody, my name is Lori Houston. Welcome to Lori Houston Art. This is a new YouTube channel that I just started. Oh gosh, I've been doing this for about 2 years and I've been putting it off and I finally said it's time. I watched Molly's Artistry's video when she started out, and I had messaged her and she said just do it. And she's right, because you just find so many things that you want to do better, that you wish you would have changed, and if you don't just do it and make the changes as you go, you'll never start, as I've found out. So welcome. I'm hoping that I get a lot of people to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You all probably know how YouTube works, and if you don't, you have to have a certain number of watched hours as well as 1,000 subscribers in the first 12 months, I believe. So that is my goal. I would like to get there over the next few months. So I appreciate everybody that subscribes to my channel and gives me a big like. So I am inspired by flowers, nature. I love the ocean, the sea. I love the blue hues. I have to reel myself in because I tend to always go towards the blue and the teal colors. But with flowers, as we all know, they're just so vibrant and they make you feel so good when you walk in a room, you walk in your backyard, and that's what really inspired me. So when I was trying to figure out how can I put the flowers onto the canvas, I had come across Olga Soby, and she was doing a poppy day, and she did them in red flowers, and then she also did a blue scheme with her flowers. So that's what I did. I watched her, I watched those videos over and over, and I started doing my own flowers. And I reached out to Olga and I told her that I am so grateful and that I appreciated. I know a lot of people do blown flowers. There's so many flower artists out there. I just happened to watch Olga and wanted to thank her. I also took Molly, Olga, and Rinska's class, and it was amazing. I highly recommend that to anyone that's starting out. So what I wanted to do, my first series is going to be the Flower Pop series. I'm so excited about this series. It's going to kind of show you some of the colors and some of the things that I've been talking about regarding what you can do with different mediums, the techniques. And I have been venturing out a little bit more, but I'm going to show you a few. When I started out with very basics. This is one of the first ones I did. It's got a coat of resin on it. In the beginning, I thought everything needed to be resin, and I found out that's not always true. I love that. And unfortunately, I don't have videos on these. Here's another beautiful. I'm going to show you a few, and this is only a few. That one also has resin. These were all done at around the same time. Now this one I used Deco Art Metallic Berry, and you can see there's some bling in it, but it's hard to really see. And these are 11 by 14 canvases that I started on because it was easier to control the petals when I was working on that size. Let's see, I think I have another one down here. Here's this kind of teal, ooh, beautiful aqua color. And then when I started out, I started with Primal Flow paints. I have one right back here to show you. They are pre-mixed. They have the medium already in them. And this worked really well with my flower pops. So I was able to focus on the technique and not so much worry about paint consistency. Because as we all know, the consistency, matters so much. So I ordered these paints, and I was actually subscribed to them and was getting a box every month in the beginning, and they had a contest. Everything in the box, you had to use what was in the box, and then you upload it, you put it on Instagram, and so I did, and this is what I created. There's sparkle in here because there was glitter in the box. I won! I was so excited. Oh, this is so dear to me. So I actually won the contest, and it just validated my flower pop that I just love doing them so much. So let me show you a few others that I've done. So then I've been trying other techniques, and I went and I bought the Puffy 2000, which, oh my goodness. Kathleen with Kaz Creations used this, and that's where I saw it. I'm now seeing other artists, but that's where I saw it, and I went right on and bought it. So I recently did this one, and I did it with the Puffy. And what I love, you can see that it's a little bit different type of flowers, and I could control the flow of the air a little bit better when it's coming out of this, you know, when it comes out of the straw. There's not a lot of control, but you have more control with the Puffy. I love it. So that's one that I did with the Puffy. Then I said, you know, I want to start triptychs and diptychs and larger canvases. So I did do, I love these colors. See if you can see them. Beautiful. Love it. I still have the tape on these. I haven't decided if I'm going to resin or put varnish on that yet. Then I tried, here's one that I did. This was one of my favorites. There is a frame on this. And red has been a hard color to do. This is absolutely gorgeous. And it's got the frame. And so when I saw the frame, I asked my husband, did he think that he could do the frames? And at that point he said, sure, I'll try. And what a beautiful job he did. Here's a white one. He's done a couple black. We don't have it down pat yet. The technique or the template is a little bit difficult because these canvases that are thin, they're not perfectly square. So it's not like you can make a frame and then just put the canvas and it works on every single canvas. We found that out because there's a lot of them I'd like to frame, but they may be off, and even if they're off like 1/8 of an inch with a frame, it can look odd. So this is one that I did. I actually did this with a straw and a balloon. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's one of my favorites. I'm hoping you can see that. And I asked him to do a white frame for this one, and he's got to put it in here. He's got to, you know, secure it. And then we got thinking maybe we should do black. So we haven't secured it yet, but I have plenty of canvases that we can probably go ahead and use the frame. I also started doing larger canvases, and so when I started doing the larger canvases, trying to do some you know, different techniques on the smaller, and then do the same technique because I knew how to do that technique on a larger canvas, I came up with one that I love right here. Oh my goodness, this I think is a 14 by 18. Beautiful, isn't it? And it's the peacock colors. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous, so beautiful. And so one of my series I've decided is going to be Peacock series, and I'm going to do different techniques. I did do a ring pour, wrecked ring pour from Mina Villegas. I watched her. I know a million people do wrecked ring pours, but that's who inspired me. That's who I followed and watched every single video for a year, nonstop. And at that point, I decided to start trying some of them, and I've done some pretty ones. This one was got resin on it, and absolutely gorgeous. I hope that you can see it. Of course, it wouldn't be a Mina painting without that 24 karat gold. But that's also, to me, is like a peacock. And so because the colors are so gorgeous, there's so many, if you Google it, there's the oranges, there's the blues, the teals. They have some fall dark colors in peacock. So I am going to do a peacock series, and that's where one piece of artwork we'll be working technique with those colors, one of those color schemes. So that's going to be a series coming up as well. But my first series and my niche is my flower pop. Let me show you a couple more. So I started practicing with different styles, of course, trying to do different flowers, and this one's kind of simple, and if you can see these cells, there was no silicone in this, but this green paint just celled up so beautiful, so I decided to tilt it a little bit after I did it, and look, oh my goodness, this is one of my favorites. It still has the tape, and tacks on there. I just don't know if I want to varnish it or if I want to put a little bit of resin. And I did it with a gray instead of white, which interestingly, it really turned out awesome. And then with this one, I decided to put a little band of color at the bottom and in the corners and bring out some of the purple. And there's a shimmer in this. I wish that I had videoed these, I really do, because then I could tell you the colors, but I don't know any of that. And I do want to do a mixed media night. I love mixed media. I have a painting here that I've started. I don't know if you can see, this was a pour, and it really didn't do anything for me alone, but then I actually stenciled a starfish on there and some bubbles, and I'm actually going to put some grass here, and I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Look at that water there. And two things, I was practicing a wave that failed miserably, and so I thought I'd put this on here. Now, I am no Chris Jessic. I know you've all seen her pours where she will take a pour like this and all of a sudden a whale will be jumping out. Looks like it's gonna jump right into your living room. It's so real. She's just an amazing artist. So I am starting very simple here, but I do want to do mixed media night. So we're going to start off with Flower Pop series. I'm going to do a Peacock series, and I also want to do my favorite artist series. And that's where I try a technique of the artists that have inspired me through this 2-year journey. They've been amazing, and I could not have done it without them. I say that because I didn't go to art school. I work a full-time job as well as my husband does as well. And it has nothing to do with art. So to be able to do what I've done here and to progress and get better, and all of you that have inspired me and taught us, everyone that watches your YouTube videos, we just owe you a big thank you. And so I just decided that I wanted to do a My Favorite Artist. I'm going to try to do that once a week, but it may be every other week. And it's going to be 2 to 3 videos each week that I plan on putting out. I've videoed a whole bunch, and you want to be ahead so that you can stay on schedule, so that you get followers that are going to know that you're going to be there, that you're going to show them, answer questions, and help them through their process, just like you've all helped me. I have some neat tips and tricks that I found over my journey that I will certainly share. I will do a video on my art studio. I started in my great room on a little tiny table. My husband made me shelves in there. He literally had a TV and a chair because I took up the rest of the great room. Then my daughter moved out in January, and she was up here upstairs, and so we've made one of the rooms my studio, and then across the hall I have a drying area, and he has built all the shelving, all the drying shelves. It's been absolutely amazing. I could not have done it without him. And then I think too, down the road I would like to have a live auction. I have a lot of flowers and a lot of pictures that are gorgeous and ready to go. And with COVID, you haven't really been able to go to any festivals or fairs. I haven't anyway. And so I do want to do a live auction in the future once I see that people like it and they're interested, and it's something that they'd be interested in purchasing. So that basically is what I'll be doing in the upcoming weeks. You're going to see a lot of my flower pops, some mixed media, some of my favorite artists, and I do have a couple other series that I've been working on that's really unique. I just want to master it a little bit better, and I would love if you would give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Please remember I work full-time, so I won't be answering videos every day, none during the daytime during the week, but definitely on the weekends and some evenings or early morning. I'm an early bird. So please ask any questions. Let me know what you'd like to see. You can reach me at my Gmail is LoriHouston56@gmail.com. I'll put that link down at the bottom. And in the meantime, I will show you in the beginning of each video what paint colors I'll be using, the techniques, and how I mix my paints, so that you have a better understanding of how I'm applying my paints when I do my flower pops. And behind me, this is Sanibel Island. This is actually to the west of Fort Myers in Florida, and my husband and I were visiting there every other year. It is the seashell capital of the world. So I have some amazing seashells and amazing photos of flowers from my backyard, and I plan on putting them. If I don't put them at the end of this video, I definitely will put them out in future videos. I just got to learn how to do it. So thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you all on my channel, Lori Houston Art. And if you have any suggestions or questions, please reach out. Thank you again, everybody. Take care, and let's get painting.